Hey everyone, what's going on? I have been in a really interesting place. I've been dealing with Lakshmi. Lakshmi has been a whole ordeal. Hello, plane. Lakshmi's been a whole ordeal. I've been really enjoying the abundance from her and the what her whole entire structure in the Hindu pantheon is marvelous. Hey everybody. Hi love for Lani. Hey Kelvin. So I've been dealing with Lakshmi and the abundance that she brings and how to maintain abundance. So I've been having a really fun time, and I'm actually want to talk about Lakshmi. She's been so fucking heavy with abundance, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you how to work with her. I'm gonna tell you how to fucking work with Lakshmi. Like, Lakshmi is no joke. Okay, let's start from the fucking beginning. Lakshmi. She's originally with a deity or a spirit named Indra, okay? He's very, according to the pantheon, according to the mythology of it, he's very self-conscious, aren't aware of Lakshmi's eyes. She is one of the few cockeyed deities. Lakshmi, it's like 4 or 5 ways to spell Lakshmi. Yes, that's one, Kelvin. That's one. Laxmi is another way. Lakshmi is in the she's actually represented in the Buddhist pantheon as well as the Hindu pantheon. So there's like 4 or 5 different versions of how to spell her name, but you'll find it. Digressing. She is cockeyed. She's a cockeyed deity in terms of she is ready to move from place to place to place if she's not maintained. Okay, like when dealing with Lakshmi, you have various things that represent her, like the pot, like putting water in a pot. Like water in abundance flow the same exact way. It comes and it goes. That's how water in abundance moves. It will come to you and it will leave. You have to spend money in order to make money. That's a whole spell. Like, as cast a spell, I'll find all these spells, let me tell you, and you can implement them in so many different ways. Anyway, digressing again. How abundance moves is that it's ready to come to you and it's ready to leave. And that sounds like 2 things, but it's really one thing. Okay? It's really one thing, and that's just how water moves. Think of a river, think of a waterfall. But if you're considering like a pond or a lake or putting it in a pot, that's why Lakshmi has the symbol of a pot. Like, the purpose of putting Lakshmi in the pot, like if you look at the actual art of Lakshmi, like the Hindu art, they have depictions of her inside of a pot. God, these planes are heavy, bruh. Anyway, you have the depictions of Lakshmi inside of a pot, symbolizing maintaining the flow of the water, maintaining abundance, keeping it for yourself, because as we already know, a pot is a man-made thing, but the whole symbol of it is to hold it for yourself. Abundance is everywhere. Abundance is shown in crops and trees and, making money, this health, wealth, all that shit. Abundance has so many different manifestations. But when you want to maintain it for yourself, when you want to maintain water for yourself, you put it in a pot. That's why Lakshmi has the symbol of her inside of a pot, symbolizing creating abundance for yourself. Oh yeah, I'm near the airport now. We're like in the middle of Atlanta, like dead ass. So we get more plane sounds than anything. At the moment, we're looking for country land, honestly. But anyway, getting back to Lakshmi, because she is cockeyed, she's ready to move from deity to deity. Now, I already mentioned that she was first with Indra, and she's known for being with Vishnu and being like a mother / consort to Ganesh, but I'll show you how she goes through that. So, when she leaves from Indra, because he's so self-conscious about what the fuck, like, if someone's going to take my kingdom and my riches, she becomes like, I can't deal with this kind of bullshit. Like, if you can't maintain abundance, I will leave. That's why she's cockeyed. She will look this way and that way until she is supported as abundance. Criminy. So, when you deal with Lakshmi, you find that in order to maintain her, you need wisdom. And this is what I mean when I say you need wisdom. You need to deal with Lakshmi through Ganesh. That's why there's so many different depictions. So many different depictions of her with Ganesha. So when she's with Ganesha, the reason why there's a balance or there's a stability, because when she's with Ganesha, her eyes are not cockeyed. I forgot to mention Lakshmi's sister. Lakshmi has a whole sister. Her name is Jesta. Okay? She follows Lakshmi everywhere. And what Jesta represents is strife. More money, more problems. Literally. Jesta and Lakshmi. Jesta is the oldest sister of Lakshmi. Lakshmi she'll go anywhere. She'll go from this nigga to that nigga, whatever you want to call it, this deity to that deity. And in order for Jesta to actually not follow her, I don't know. A Lakshmi might be a different variation of Lakshmi, because there is at least 8 other depictions of Lakshmi, different variations of Lakshmi. Just like Kali has 10 to 12 different variations. You know what I mean? Like, the Hindu pantheon is intense. But when dealing with Jesta, when dealing with Lakshmi, you have to remember Jesta will always follow Lakshmi. So if you have space for abundance, then you have to be aware that strife comes along with abundance. There's just no getting around it unless you deal with Lakshmi dealing with Ganesh. And in terms of dealing with Ganesha, you touch on Shiva and Vishnu. And the reason why I say you have to use Ganesha and Lakshmi together is because the only way Jesta actually does not follow Lakshmi is if she's with Ganesha or Vishnu or Shiva. Strife. That's the only way Jesta won't follow Lakshmi. And it's a very interesting concept. So in order to keep strife at bay, or more money, more problems at bay, you have to be able to balance out, or be able to be aware that abundance is more than just receiving. It's also letting go. So Ganesha being a portal deity or a crossroad deity, he is I know, bruh. He is Are you saying bruh because of the planes or because of how awesome Lakshmi is? Either way, I know. So when you're dealing with, my phone about to die. I can't be on that this long. He said, I called myself invoking this broad and the shit hit the fan because Jesta literally follows Lakshmi. And she will not follow Lakshmi unless she's dealing with Ganesha, unless she's balanced or she's going through understanding that not just abundance comes with me. You have to understand, when you're dealing with Lakshmi, not just abundance comes with her, but you have to acknowledge and be able to maintain her. If the pot that you're carrying your abundance has a crack in it, that water will leave. That's why Lakshmi has cock eyes. If she's not being taken care of, if she doesn't have wisdom and temperance along with how to deal with her abundance, you're literally not going to be able to maintain her. She leaves, she left from Indra, and then she went to this other deity. His name starts with a P. There's no way I can pronounce it. There's like 10 letters in there. And then she went to Ganesh. And when she found Ganesh, she found balance. She wasn't cockeyed any longer. I find that whole story beautiful. It shows you how to maintain abundance and keep your currency. It shows you how abundance and currency moves, if anything, for sure. Like, it shows you how it moves, how it will move from this to this to this if you're not taking care of it, if you're not maintaining it wisely, if you're not letting it go as well. Like, if you don't let abundance go and give it, do something with it, allow it to move, it's going to get stale. It's going to be so annoyed with you because you're not doing anything with it. So, and it will leave by itself. It will leave on its own. It doesn't need you. You need it. When you're dealing with water, everything can find water. You know, water will come to you and everything. But when there's a drought, there's a drought. When there's a drought, there's a drought, and it will show you. But yeah, I did a whole ritual for Lakshmi recently. I have these lotus candles because she is represented in the lotus as well. Look up Lakshmi.